Hello and welcome to African Living Abroad. I am Jamhuri and I'm happy to talk to you today. I am really enjoying this morning after the few days of crazy weather mixed with rain and snow, a snowstorm and electricity, blackout, a little adventure. Oh wow, it's been a roller coaster. But that is Manitoba for you, Manitoba, Canada. It is a great place to live because despite the fact that it's, I guess, the coldest province in, in Canada, and we have a very long winter when other provinces already enjoying an early spring. Ours is late, so everything is late in Manitoba. But there are so many beautiful things in Manitoba, and if I can count my blessings living in Manitoba, there's too many to count. First of all, the people are so friendly, and our, Manitoba is described as a friendly Manitoba. So if you see a Manitoba number plate in the vehicles, it's a friendly Manitoba. And every province has its own, I guess, motto about its province. And actually people are very friendly here. So that's one of the good things about living in Manitoba. Another thing is we are blessed with great sunshine. When it's deep winter and it's very cold, it gets to minus 50 and you could be freezing, but you know what, we dress up well. Like today, even though it's not minus, but it's 8 degrees, it's chilly, it's fresh, but you don't want to catch a cold, so you dress up warm, bundle up really nice. And I'm wearing today a woolen jacket, and this is very good. I feel like a sheep, very cozy. So Manitoba, we enjoy the sunshine a lot. So those of you that know me, even when I return to Kenya, I talk a lot about the sun, and I seem to be really out of control sometimes when I go to Kenya, because the sun does me so good. It rejuvenates me, energizes me, makes me happy. This just brings great moods to me. And I think the people around me really don't understand why I'm so crazy about the sun, because it's quite hot out there. And I think that the people there would rather have some chilly day like today, some kind of fall kind of day, bit cold, but it can be a bit too long for us to be in the cold too much. And what happens in winter is another blessing about being in Manitoba is, even though it can get as cold as minus 50, the sun can show up and light up the sky, and you can actually see a blue sky, which in other provinces like British Columbia, where I lived in the past, it gets to be very foggy and it takes weeks before you see the sun. And BC, or British Columbia, is a very beautiful province. It's a lot of forests, a lot of hills, a lot of rivers and streams, and which is so different from Manitoba. Manitoba is as flat as a table, really. I've never seen a hill, maybe except the snow hills. People talk about, mountains, but I don't know. It's just a little elevation. That's the mountain for us. So by the way, when I go back to Kenya and I walk around my neighborhood in Kenya, I get exhausted easily. Even going down a few hills, because Kenya is hilly, and I find it very tedious because I'm used to a flat terrain. So talking about the sun, I think that's where I'm getting at today, because today around this time, lunch hour, I like to come to this park and eat my lunch. I've been doing this since I think 2007, because I'm realizing I'm an outdoors person. I really love the fresh air. I like the trees. I like nature. I like enjoying those things. So today I'll just talk about what I'm doing. I'm preparing here for my lunch, and we're just gonna show you a little bit what this park looks like, and we'll get back. And that's my lunch right there. I have hot soup that will really reward me after this, and enjoy the beautiful trees there. That's our beautiful picnic tables. And today I just saw a few people come by. I'm a regular out here, really. Sometimes I'm alone because, I don't know, I just love it. And I think if this park was full of people and packed with traffic, maybe I would look for another solid, quieter place, because I like putting my thoughts together, and a quiet environment is really conducive for me. My sister told me one time, that I like too much of alone time. Yeah, well, it couldn't hurt. It's great for me. So the sun, I'm going to talk about the sun. Actually, I've been talking about it for a very long time to my friends here, and I'm making a joke lately that says, you know what, I think I'm becoming a sun worshiper. And what I mean by that is, it's like I'm going back to the origin of my ancestors. They used to worship the sun long before Christianity came around. And I remember as a kid, people prayed to the sun. Our great-grandparents, so our grandparents prayed to the sun, and we called the sun Assis. And they valued it a lot until Christianity came around and thought, our ways was not right, and things changed around and everybody ran after Christianity. But living in Manitoba, I have come to appreciate the sun. When it shines, everybody around you is in great moods. And when the sun disappears and it's cold and it's just miserable, and it's gloomy outside, people actually get depressed, and they need to have extra light even in their rooms to kind of brighten up, to keep the moods up. And so when the sun shines on me, I really love it. And one day in a very cold winter, maybe -40, and the sun was shining, you can really feel the effect of the sun, like the heat. But I was looking outside on the street, and I could see snow melting slowly and water just running slowly. And I thought, this sun, I can hardly feel it. I just see the beauty of it, the rays. But that's how powerful it is. It can melt snow. And I started to see how good the sun is for us. I know there's a lot of things that sun can do, can cause you cancer and so on and so on. And that is another way to look at it, and I don't want to discredit that. I'm just talking about the positives of what the sun does for me. And so as soon as I land in Kenya and it's daytime or even evening, the warmth, and then early the next day, I am really like, wow, what can I say? Like a rabbit jumping around, running around. If you should see a rabbit running, I see a lot in Manitoba in the summer when I go for walks, or in winter when those rabbits, they're white actually. They change color and turn into white as snow. So you could see it just crossing your path and bouncing around, And my kids one day said to me, Mom, you are so happy when you're in Kenya. And they said, well, we like this kind of mom in Canada as well. And so, I want to do that, to enjoy the sun as much as possible. And the sunshine, even today, it's not as bright as you people on the equator or in hot countries may know the sun to be like, but something like this is a big deal for us. A big deal. 8 degrees. Oh wow, this is awesome. And so I want to say that it's really good to enjoy the free things that nature offers us. Fresh air, going out, to breathe in fresh air, it just is something magical about it. To look at nature, looking at green around you, putting your feet on the grass. I feel an electrification coming up my spine, and some energizing of my body when I put my feet on the grass. And it's been scientifically proven that shoes are not the best for us, because it blocks away the nature's, our interaction with nature, because we are made actually, I think people even out here in Canada are returning to nature, the natural things, the natural food, natural medicines, everything natural. And I want to encourage our people out there in Africa also. We grew up natural. We did everything without GMO, with nothing, with no fertilizer, until later on it was introduced to us and we started to, to take those things. But there's nothing wrong with living natural. Keep it natural. It's good for your body, it's good for your moods, everything we take into our body. So if you sit in too long for instance, I will tell you that when we sit indoors too long in our homes in weather like this, when the temperatures drop and we heat our buildings, schools, shops, everywhere, our homes, and the air just gets a bit, it's not great. And when diseases come, a cold, it just passes to everybody quickly. But to get out into the fresh air and enjoy it, refresh your lungs, and just be renewed, rejuvenated. You know what? I think that's what our bodies need, rejuvenation. Our brains, I'm just so excited about life and about being outside, and I'm being so thankful for that. And so I want to tell people who have the ability to enjoy hot weather throughout the year, you are so fortunate. And sometimes I ask myself, what am I doing out here? Our summers are so short. We can just enjoy from really like warm weather, end of June. But all the time we were bundled. So end of June, July and August are the warmest days of the year out here in Manitoba. And it gets to be too hot, but people really appreciate that. And then fall hits us, another transitional season before winter hits in. So I'm really grateful that we have fall that prepares us to go slowly into winter. And then it gets to be really deep winter, and every creature goes to sleep. In this park here, one day I'm going to show you the animals in this park here. We have a lot of squirrels that prepare themselves for hibernation. And they're quite busy right now collecting nuts, tree nuts, and hiding them in holes. Birds, ducks, geese that live in Manitoba, they fly south to Texas, USA, hot countries, that have hot weather. Swallows, I think they also disappear. And even butterflies, they migrate to Mexico. Bears, they dig the ground and hide all winter. So every creature right now is busy building their nest for winter. And it's so amazing that even little things, little creatures can survive winter. Wow, I'm so moved today by what nature does. If you open your eyes, you'll be so amazed at the things that happen around you. I will tell you that we have winter birds here in Manitoba. And we have some birds, little birds, smaller than the size of my hand, so tiny. And they live under our roof all winter. And sometimes when the sun shines, actually, you see them in winter and it's snowy and freezing outside, they just take a break and go outside and fly around. And they don't freeze. I don't know, they don't die. And here we are as humans. I think we're so delicate. We're bundled up with boots, with jackets, and wear boots that are good up to -50. We wear gloves, we wear scarves and toques like this. And sometimes I wonder, what's wrong with us humans? Look at nature. They take a break from winter and just take it easy. They know that this is their time to sleep it through until springtime. But we humans, I don't know, we just have this feeling we have to overcome nature. We want to go against the grain. And so we just, of course, we invent things to help us to get through winter. We drive through the snow, and our bodies actually are telling us, slow down, slow down. But we just, push it. Let's take care of ourselves. Even as we do that, be mindful. We know that we don't forget our vehicle here, our temple here, our body. It is so important how we do that. So this is what I do. I love myself. I love my body. I like to live quality life, and a quality life does not mean buying things that are expensive, the most expensive vehicle, and having boats and having gadgets and things that money can buy. I am really discovering that the quality of life for me are things that money cannot buy. Think about that. So I think my soup is slowly getting cold, and I'm looking forward to it. I really enjoy talking to you and sharing my life with you. And hey, if you like what I'm sharing, go to YouTube, maybe sign up and share that with your friends, like it, because I think I talk about good stuff, good news, positive stuff, and I like as many people as possible to hear these messages. I don't like bad news. I don't like filling my system with negative things, because it ruins me, ruins my system. I guess I'm a very sensitive person. I feel things, and I can feel great things very well. I can feel bad things really well. So it's a choice. How do I want to live? My quality of life requires a positive mindset, positive outlook, positive things. I'm so glad that I have come to discover what the quality of life means. It's not so hard to do that, but it means the shifting of our mindset. The shifting of our mindset and making a choice. It's never too late. Let's all head there. Enjoy this world together. Enjoy the connections. I love you guys so much, and thanks for being here with me, giving me your time to listen to this. Thank you. So I'd like to leave you with my regular challenge that I leave you with always. We have work to do in this world. Whatever you are called to do it with passion, do it with commitment. I continue to do my work. There's so many bridges to build. And I feel that I've been called to build bridges cross-culturally, because that's the recurring theme in my life. That is the place that I flourish the most, is when I am with diverse nations, diverse cultures, diverse people. And this city, small city I live in, it's called Morden. We have so many diverse nations, and I have the opportunity to mingle with people of different nations, and that is my favorite place. I call it heaven. Heaven on earth is when people get together, love one another, enjoy one another, share their cultures, despite their religious differences. We have been fooled that I cannot fellowship with you if you're from a different religion. I cannot sit with you if you are from a different culture, you're from a different color skin. You should see my friends. We are so different. We love one another so much. We have a lot in common. Take that adventure. Get to know people. If you want to break your stereotypes, religious stereotypes, get to know people from that religion on a personal level. No, not talking religion. A friend kind of connection. Not one person, two people, three, at least 5 people. And a person from a different nationality, from a different tribe, from a different region. Get to know them. This is my homework for you. And come and tell me what you discover. What do you discover? That is a challenge that I'm throwing at you. And please, I think that for the first time, I'm asking you to comment on this. And maybe after you venture out and get to know as many people as possible, in your country. And I'm talking about Kenya as well. There's enough diversity out there. And get to know people, approach people kindly. Hello is one opening. When you're shopping, Talk to people, say hi. I know that may go against the grain because that's a Canadian thing. We are very friendly people out here in Canada, and we like connecting with people quickly. We don't waste time, and we ask quickly personal questions. It's scary, and I never used to like that. But I think I have been influenced, and I do that. But whichever way you can do that. And then get back to me after you've done that. It might take you a while, but please come back to this video and comment. Tell me how you feel about connecting to people you've never talked to, crossing those barriers, religious barriers, cultural barriers, tribal barriers, because we need healing. We need healing. And by the way, the reason I will tell you, it will work in Kenya because I have tried that. I have tried that, and oh my, I want to talk about, this is going to be a long video. I don't know, maybe next time, but I've tried that several times in Kenya, and I have succeeded. I have connected with people. We have laughed. We have just enjoyed a moment, and then we went our ways. You know what? We never met again. But we had a 1 minute of happiness, of joy, of human connection. This is what the world needs today, people. The world is shifting. The old paradigm is over of disconnect, of fighting, of wars, of disintegration. And I'm talking today, I think I'm talking to my people of Kenya. Please, enough of the fighting. And we know the times, during election time, the election fever, the divisions. I feel it from out here. We Kenyans feel those conflicts from right out here. And we are with you, and we just want peace. And I guess I'm giving you a message. Let's connect. Let's stop this and love one another. If we can shift that fighting energy into building bridges, can you imagine? We will really succeed. We will have a happy country, happy people. And I know that from everyday practicality in my life. Shifting energy, it's just a matter of intention. Shift instead of fighting. Use that energy to break those barriers and create peace. Continue building bridges as I continue to build mine. Thank you so much.